Folks, DraftKings released their win totals for every team next season. The Warriors, the Jazz, they don't have any. Why? We're going to break that down for you and what that means potentially for a big trade. That's our first story. The second story, is that trade happening? Joe Lacob spoke on it, so we're going to let you know what he says and is it matching with what DraftKings says or not? So we got a really unique, fun episode here. We're going to dive into it, but as we always do, let's shout out some fans. Karn Music 30, Mr. Consistent, back with an amazing video. Thank you so much. Karn's on the streams with us, commenting a lot. Appreciate you being a loyal subscriber and fan. Richard Muller, thank you. Excellent job. I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for being here. And we'll make this a bit bigger. Keihen Chanuru, supporting your channel here from Japan. Good sources and no trap caption. Thank you. We do not do clickbait here. We give you the news straight, inform, entertain, and educate. That's the Gold Wars Digest. If you want to be part of the 14% subscribed, help us hit 10,000 fans and more, I appreciate, and you're going to appreciate what we're about to dive into. So let's get into it. Okay, let's make this bigger. Eastern Conference win total. We'll start here. Celtics, current champions, looking to repeat, 57.5 wins. Lowest, Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, they traded away Bridges. They're in a full rebuild now. Not even 20 wins. Knicks jump up to second with 51.5. Philly with Paul George. Bucks have stayed relatively the same. Cleveland has. Magic with more experience. You go all the way down the board. Bulls, not any. Not any. Just like, and I'm going to talk about this in a second, Golden State and Utah. Not any win totals. The top is OKC, 54.5. I think that's an over. I think they're going to hit 60 this year based off of how they did last year. Nuggets, 52.5. T-Wolves, 52.5. Mavs, 50.5. But look at the Lakers at 44 to the Nuggets, 52. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 through 9 in the West, basically, separated by 7 games. They expect us to be extremely close. The team that's doing the worst, Clippers, losing Kawhi Leonard. They're dropping. They think they may not make the playoffs. Jazz, Warriors, not there. You don't see any odds there. Or the Bulls. What have the Bulls done this season? Traded Caruso. Traded DeMar DeRozan. They think another big trade probably is coming for them then. That's why they don't have it. They can't put their projections yet. They want to project them, say, at 40, and then they make a trade, get rid of Levine, their center, who we talked about on the stream yesterday. And now everyone bets the under. Warriors, Jazz. What if the Jazz trade Markkanen? What if the Warriors trade away Kuminga, Brandon, Steph? Again, that's not happening. But you don't want to make those odds, and now they're severely going to overperform or severely going to underperform, and DraftKings is at a loss of that money. So it's interesting that DraftKings thinks a trade will be happening. Again, this is big news because these people use analytics. They use all these algorithms. They use computers, etc., 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 to build this stuff out. And usually it's pretty accurate, so they win money, not lose money. And they think the Jazz and Warriors, there's still a big move happening. They're not going to give them any projections yet. 2 teams, 3 teams. So does that mean we maybe get Levine? We get Markkanen? Vegas may think so. Now, what does Joe Lacob say? Let me blow this up. In terms of trades, in his interview, we've been reporting on some of the stuff he said. It's very, very hard to pull off trades because everyone wants to prove, these GMs, how smart they are. It's true. They want to impress their owners. Something they do, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And what are we hearing about Danny Ainge? He got a bunch of draft picks for Mitchell, a bunch of draft picks for Gobert. He's trying to hold out and get a haul for Lauri Markkanen. He wants Kuminga, Brandon, Podziemski. Kuminga, Brandon, Moody, plus first-round picks. He wants the bag. And the Warriors are saying, nah. And Joe Lacob is saying, nah. Not so fast on us. He continues, here's the problem. I think if I could share anything with many of the fans out there, and I read everything, I read what people say and the criticisms and the positive things. It's that they don't understand how hard it is and how illogical some of the parties on the other sides are sometimes. Maybe we're illogical to some extent, but my point is, it's just really, really hard to pull these things off. Joe Lacob, if you're watching Warriors Digest, thank you so much. We appreciate. We'd love for you to comment. We'd love for you to come on. If you're ever watching this, we'd love to have an interview and engage with you. It'd be very a fun time. He's saying he sees that. He sees the fan feedback. And you don't realize the complexity behind the scenes to make something like this happen. Maybe we're logical, but it's really, really hard to pull off. So this is kind of saying, yo, Utah, your asking price for Markkanen is just way too much. It doesn't make sense, and we're not going to do it. And Joe says, again, we've been reporting, he loves this young team. He loves what Brandon provides. Kuminga, Moody, TJD, what we got post, what we've done this offseason with Melton, Anderson, Hield. Obviously, Wiggins will Wiggins can get back to his all-star form. Draymond not suspended. Steph playing at this high level. This team will be better than people think. And that's why he's like, I'm not going to mortgage the future or do some dumb trade when it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to give any examples, figure it out. But I will say this. I think that we wound up doing, I'm proud of this group, what they are going to accomplish this summer, what they have. People don't understand how much better I think our team is. I'm not going to give any examples, figure it out. We're talking about Utah. Read between the lines, folks. He's talking about the Utah Jazz. I will say this. I think that we're wound up doing, I'm proud of this group and what we've done. So again, what did the Warriors do this summer? Let's put this big. We've added Anderson, Hield, Melton, Waters. Daquan Plowden signed as a two-way contract. We're hard cap at the first apron, so we won't be able to sign a 15th player at this time. The Summer League, again, we've been watching the young players ball out, and we still have some salary cap room for future years. So we haven't mortgaged the future in terms of losing players, losing our young players, but there's still room for us, and the salary cap is going to go up with the new media deal. So we're looking good for the now. We're looking good for the future. Young players coming up. There's a lot of optimism that he's seeing here. And what does our roster construction look like? 14 to 15 players, 3-3 two-way, 17-21. Post remains unsigned. So that's the biggest thing is who comes in or who leaves for Quinton Post? Is Santos cut? Is Pat Spencer cut and Santos in Post becomes a two-way player? Those are some of the questions that we have. Or this may change at any moment per Vegas, and Warriors may make a trade for the Jazz. But if you listen to Joe Lacob, read between the lines, what the Jazz are asking for, what the Jazz want, what the Jazz are trying to do, what the Jazz, Danny Ainge is expecting is not Warriors price range. It's too out there. And they're not going to do that. Not going to mortgage the future, not going to mortgage now. So read between the lines. And this is what we do in Warriors Digest. We pull all these different news together and help you come to your conclusions and our conclusions and help you understand. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this? Disagree? If the Warriors did have a total projection, what would it be? Let me know that. I think right now we're probably within that 41 to 50 range. Of course, that no suspensions, stay healthy, team performs. Randy Silver here, Warriors Digest. Please subscribe if you're not. We break stuff like this down daily, multiple times a day. Out.